YouTube, man. Want to talk to you guys tonight about a whole bunch of things as it relates to Auburn football. I mean, you talk about a situation where the season is becoming more and more in jeopardy because, for the most part, what I'm seeing out there in the social stratosphere of this whole COVID-19 thing is the fact that I just don't think people know how this is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a legitimate, real battle cry to say, hey, we need to make this happen because of the entertainment factor, because, you know, these kids, they work hard, they, you know, have wanted to do this their whole lives, and they want to play football. But the biggest issue is, how do you execute it? And then when you think about the backlash, you know somebody's going to get sick. You know somebody's going to get sick. You know somebody's going to be rushed to the hospital. You know there's a possibility to where there could be some fatalities in this particular thing. So there's so many unknowns and so many risks involved as to how you can actually execute this. And folks say, well, if there is a vaccine by the time, I mean, even with a vaccine, I mean, it's like a situation to where there's still so many unknowns as it relates to COVID-19 and how a football season will possibly be executed. Okay, guys, like I said before, this is Kennard Vernon Stewart here for Vernon Speaks Sports and Auburn Football Sports Talk. This is actually episode number 132. And we're talking a few things as it relates to Auburn Tiger football. We're going to be a little bit vague tonight and talk about the schedule a little bit. Auburn actually is coming to this season. They get to start out the season with Alcorn State out of the FCS SWAC conference team. Pretty well versed in that particular conference. Some notable players in somewhat recent history. The late Stephen Air McNair, who broke a lot of records while he was there, was also a great quarterback for the Tennessee Titans organization while he was playing football, and had a lot of numerous awards posthumously. However, Auburn plays a really good North Carolina team this year, in my opinion. I've actually watched some video on this particular team, and they have a lot of talent on this particular football team. This is a team that, I talk about my Game of Inches series and the margin of error from North Carolina actually being a really good football team. Statistically and as far as wins and losses, very close. Only lost by 1 point to Clemson on last year. They return a really good quarterback this particular year. Mac Brown is doing an excellent job on the recruiting trail. So I would say this. I think Auburn is pretty fortunate to not only have these guys the second game of the season to give the opportunity for some, film review, things of that nature. Also, I think Auburn is doing themselves a great service by playing North Carolina this year, because North Carolina is trending towards a possibility of being a real force in the ACC. I think Auburn might just kind of like how they did Oregon a little bit, because I think if Auburn would have played Oregon this year, it would have been a lot more troublesome than what they kind of sort of ran into last year. But these guys have had a chance to reload. They have a very good football team up there at Oregon. And then you look at North Carolina. North Carolina kind of is on that similar plane with Oregon, to where they're starting to recruit well, to where they're starting to get a new culture of winning up there at North Carolina. So I think Auburn really might dodge a bullet here and catch North Carolina right as they're starting to kind of go upwards, past the plateau stage, and Auburn will just be that one that got away, kind of like with Oregon and Auburn, how Oregon probably felt. A lot of the Oregon fans, especially Derek Luke and some of the other guys that were subscribers or who still are subscribers with me, of course, they don't watch as much because I don't cover as much Oregon content. But, I mean, they got to think, like, that's one that got away. Just like Auburn has plenty that got away, including the national championship from 2013. That one got away. Then the couple of LSU games that got away. So Auburn is known for the ones that got away. And I think this could be potentially that kind of game for North Carolina, who I think will have a good team. They actually have an All-American, a potential All-American linebacker who's going to be returning. Some great guys on offense at the skill position. Next video, like I said, this is a vague video. The next video, I'll go into names and all those different things. I didn't really do my homework on this one, but we just talking a little trash tonight. Okay, but North Carolina, I think Auburn could be catching North Carolina at the right time, and will probably win a close one. But North Carolina will probably walk away, assuming this game even takes place because of the implicative pandemic on the football season. I think I think this will be one that got away from North Carolina. Auburn has a pretty good team coming back, very talented at the skill position, not documented, but at least at the surface, potential energy-wise, very talented at the skill position. Also, you can't discount the idea of a quarterback returning, freshman of the year in the SEC. Had a pretty, just wasn't stellar statistically, but you know what? I'm not going to even go into the whole excuses making thing for Bo Nix tonight. We're going to talk about that on another video. So I don't even want to open that can of worms tonight, because I know some of the sunshine pumping accusers will come shining through. So I'm gonna do a little bit more content on that a little bit later on, because I'm not in the mood to deal with the sunshine pumper people tonight. Okay, guys, I'm telling you, man, North Carolina is going to be a really tough game. I think this still, though, for some of you North Carolina fans out there who are very excited, and rightfully so, especially because of the recruiting efforts that have taken place up in Chapel Hill. Normally we talk about basketball when it comes to North Carolina, but football is at the forefront in North Carolina right now. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. I am your host, Kennard Vernon Stewart. This is episode 132 of Auburn Football Sports Talk. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.